I feel superhuman. I can hold up.
I have an intern. I'm a drug and alcohol counselor, and I have an intern who came to work the other day and said I'm going to quit smoking. I couldn't breathe. I was playing with my grandkids and I couldn't breathe, and so I'm going to quit smoking. And she always disappears on me, and I'm always like, where the heck is she? She's outside smoking. So she said, it's going to be horrible. I just know it's going to be horrible. It's going to be hard. I'm scared. All this stuff. And I said, okay. Later on, we'll do some work. She said, okay. So we got down to her feelings of fear and anxiety, and I just kept working with her until it was gone. So the next day she came in, and her face was different. She was brighter. She had no anxiety, and she didn't smoke that whole day.
Wow.
And then she didn't come in for 4 days. She had one cigarette that whole time.
Wow.
And she came back to work after those 4 days, and she has no anxiety, and she's a different person.
Wow.
It's amazing. Anyway, so I wanted to share an experience I had this past weekend. My dad was a violent drunk. He was a molester. He had all those issues, and I grew up with that. So I grew up with a lot of rage. But anyway, I've done a lot of work doing these, coming to these seminars, and I've done a lot of work, and I've gotten rid of all of that stuff. So they had a little gay pride thing in Victorville, and so I went to it, and it was very small, and but they had a group of people that were Hugs from Mom. And these people go around to gay events and they hug people, because there are a lot of people who still, to this day, their parents, don't approve and they don't get hugs. So I'm with my friends. They're my straight friends. And so I said, I'm going to go get some hugs. So I went to get hugs, and we were talking to all the women there, and there was a guy standing off to the, like behind them, and he had a T-shirt on and it said, Hugs from Dad. And I kept looking over there, and he was just standing there, and just nobody was going to get hugs from him, and and I kept noticing he wasn't getting any business. So I'm in a good mood, and I feel okay. So I'm gonna go get a dad hug. So I went over there, and I walked towards him, and he goes, "Hi." I said, "Hi," and I said, "Can I get a dad hug?" He said, "Sure." That guy hugged me in a way that I've never been hugged before. And I'm a pretty good hugger, and so I was hugging him back. And I didn't realize what was happening at the time, but I've never been hugged like that before. So later on, when I had time to process, I'm 69 years old, and that's my first dad hug, my first real dad hug. And if I wasn't open, if I hadn't been doing this work and I wasn't open to receive, I would have missed that. And it's been amazing, the healing that went on. It's been amazing.
The results and benefits of our training are only available to members of our private association. To learn more, call 877-680-8200 or visit TotalHealthMasteryUSA.com/7 steps.